guys, it's Cassandra here again. I'm here to share some tips on how to be more confident on camera and how to overcome that fear that you have when it comes to being on camera and video, and also some tips on how to communicate more effectively. Well, first I want to start off with there is no such thing as being naturally shy. Like Angie Long said, that's actually false, because in my opinion it's an illusion. For example, I remember I had a best friend in high school who was known to be shy, but now that she's in university, she is like the life of the party. And it's like that with other people that I know as well, and that you probably know as well. What would I say as far as overcoming confidence? Well, first I would say work on voice projection. Okay, for example, you don't want to have that monotonic voice like this, because you don't want to sound like people are going to want to push the next button on you. I had a history teacher in my first semester of college who loved history, but Jesus, his voice was just not cutting it for me. I mean, like, it was like 3 hours of just him sounding like this and talking about George Washington and the Pilgrims and Independence Day and slavery, and you would just sit there questioning, when is the 3 hours up? Because I cannot wait to get out of this class. Jeez, somebody shoot me. And it wasn't just me who felt that way. It was other people who felt that way as well. You don't want people feeling that way when they're watching you. Okay, that is bad, bad, bad. Okay, you want to try to sound as energetic and as live as possible. Okay, and also when it comes to voice projection, you want to keep it to a balance, to where you're not sounding overly loud or just kind of low or shallow. Okay, because you want people to feel engaged. And what would I say as far as, let me see. I would say try to stay away from repetitive words like transitional words and adverbs and strange things like like Obama says. Much love to him, but it does work to his favor. Unfortunately, to a lot of people, it doesn't. Okay, you don't want to throw off the audience when you're saying strange things and also saying repetitive words like therefore, actually, or furthermore, or whenever, over and over. Like for me, my flaw is pretty much in actuallys and maybe a little bit of or sometimes. As you can see, I'm not perfect, so I'm not just this guru who knows it all. I'm still working on it. The point is, you want to try to keep it to a minimum. Okay, Rome wasn't built in a day, so the best way to combat that is practicing. Look at yourself in a mirror, or role playing. Duh. Okay, because what that's going to do, it's going to break that habit. Practice makes permanent. That's something that my pastor taught me, is it doesn't make perfect, it makes permanent. So if you make it a repetitive thing, it is going to be instilled in you forever. Okay, and forgetfulness. If you feel that you may end up forgetting what you're talking about on camera, like you may end up having some type of stage fright, or your brain just goes blank or overload, I would just write something. Try to write like they do whenever actors are acting. They have like screenplay stuff that they can read off of. I would try to have a little mini notepad, like, and put it in bold letters, like writing in a marker, to where you can look at it and talk about it as you're doing it. Like for me, you'd be amazed, I'm actually doing it right now. But you don't want to make it look, obvious, where they're like, yeah, voice projection. Yeah, you want to be like, no, you want to play that off. So if you feel that you're going to forget, just have it down packed on paper, but don't make it look obvious. And if you also feel like you have brain overload and you're constantly practicing and you feel like you keep forgetting, give yourself a break. Okay, you don't want to overwork your mind to where you can't get the words out. Okay, so you want to give yourself time to recuperate. And let me see, I would also work on poise. Okay, you don't want to look like this. You want to look like this. Even though I'm not like slouching all the way, you could still, or standing up all the way, you could still kind of tell that I'm, still have good enough posture to where I look presentable. Because when it comes to, also when it comes to, let me see, for example, facial expression, you don't want to look like this. You want to look like this, okay? Because you don't want people to question, is this person here to do this video because they want to or because they have to, okay? Because then that goes with being monotone as well. Because if you sound like this and you're trying to increase likes or ratings or whatever point you're trying to get across, it's not going to work. when you sound like that, okay? Because at the end of the day, you're the one who's on video, okay? So the question is, why should I be looking at you? Why should I be watching you? What's your point? Okay, so you don't want, people feeling like they can't even look at you or want to look up at the search bar, okay? And now as far as, let me see, sense of humor. Okay, you want to throw in sense of humor because what that's going to do is going to make you more personable. So, for example, I want to come in a video and talk about the importance of value. Hello, my name is Cassandra, and I want to talk about the importance of investing in yourself. No, I'm just kidding. My name is Cassandra, and I am here to talk about the value of investing in yourself. See, that right there, I just threw in some kind of sense of humor. Okay, that's relative to the topic. At least that's going to keep the audience engaged and want to watch me. And I would work on creativity. I'm pretty sure a lot of us have talent out there. What type of talent do you have that could that makes people want to listen to you? And that's what you want to put in as well. And that's also with energy. Okay, so for example, just ask yourself, let's say you watched a movie and you were so in love with it, and you're over here telling your friend about it, and you're like, oh man, this movie was so awesome, it was totally rad. And your friend's like, oh really? Yeah, well I gotta go watch it, man. If it was really that good, let me go watch it. For example, I just got off the phone with my boyfriend. Sons of Anarchy is my ultimate show. Okay, he told me it was crazy because I didn't get to watch it. I missed it. And the way he sounded on the phone alone, I haven't even seen it. He makes me just want to just go right now and go watch it. But I got something that I need to do. So, and that's because he sounded energetic over the phone. And plus, I love that show. It's totally awesome. And just with the way I'm doing right now, I'm being a natural. That's the same thing, quality that you want to have as well. Just like if you were talking to a friend or a relative or whoever it is that you normally talk to on a daily basis, you want to bring the type of quality on camera because, at the end of the day, you're the one who's trying to sell yourself. I don't like to say it like that, but you want people to try to be engaged in you as much as possible. So you want to give them a reason to, or a reason to call to action. Okay. And let me see, as far as fear goes, even if you have that fear that, oh my God, are they going to like me? Or just all these thoughts going on in your racing thoughts going on in your head, you don't want that to reflect into your action. Trust me, the crowd can smell fear within a few seconds. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. You only have a few seconds to make that crowd want to like you. Okay, so whatever it is you got going on, you need to break it. Best way to do it is being repetitive about it. Work on that habit. Look at yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself questions and just, try to, see what you really look like, what flaws you need to work on so you can break that habit. And try to block out haters, man. People are going to try to, look at you and try to down you. The more you listen to that, it's going to seep into that positivity that's meant to shine. Okay, so I don't want to hear that, oh, I'm really naturally shy and I'm overly reserved and I can't help it. Okay, Michael Jackson was known to be a shy person, but when you see him on stage, he is a totally different character. Okay, I mean, this guy influenced millions of viewers and people, and you can do the same. You just have to believe it and just know it. Best way to do it is make practice of it and don't think about it. Just do it. Trust me, when you just do something and you don't overly think about it, you'd be amazed. Within 2.5 seconds, you'll probably be done. And it was like that with me when I had to go audition for something. I had to go sing at a cafe. Even if it wasn't a lot of people, I had to tell myself, listen, you got to just do this. Just do it. And one thing about me is that when I am scared to do something and I have to be in front of a whole bunch of people, I just it's not that I force myself, I just put myself out there. And within a few minutes, I break that habit. And you would have never guessed that I was naturally shy, that I was, a shy person, or I was actually nervous. And that's something that you want to think about as well. So I don't want you to think that, you're naturally shy or that you can't do it, because humans are the most superior thing in this whole entire universe. And that's something I want you to believe. Okay, so also, I remember with that repetitive words, referring back, I was watching this video. It was about this combact. It was very empowering, but Jesus, I could have sworn this guy said, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, at least 1,000 times in less than 2 minutes. Jeez, don't do that. I meant to mention that earlier. Try to keep it to a minimum because that's going to turn off the crowd. So you don't want to try to overwhelm the crowd when they're watching you. So, and also look decent. I'm not saying look like Beyonce or look like Brad Pitt or anything. Just at least enough to where your hair ain't looking jacked up, where you got stains on your shirt, or you got so much stuff going on in the background. If you put all of this into play, it will it will be live, and just know it, and just don't think about it, make practice of it, and you can do it. Okay, but it first comes through here mentally. Believe it. Okay, alrighty, well, that's enough. I'm sorry I went a little over, but I hope that truly helped. All right, so see you on to the next one. It's time for me to do more videos. Toodles. Bye.